Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's me, Mila, and today I am teaching y'all the first of many courses. And today is about I finished beauty school. What do I do next? And I know for me, that was a huge question because I know I was going to college, but what do I do next? Just didn't know. I've created this presentation for you just to kind of help you get some ideas of what you can do with your cosmetology license. I got my license in 2007. I did a high school program, and for me, it was a decent experience, but we all know how that goes. We'll trauma dump another day. But when I got done, I did go off to college and I pursued a degree in engineering, but that was not my passion. So I found myself back into the cosmetology industry, and that is how I ended up opening up businesses geared to cosmetology. So now I currently am a cosmetology instructor, as well as I do test prep. I help people build their businesses and brands. I used to own a hair care line, but you know, that's no longer. But we'll dive into that on a later day. So basically, I'm going to jump right into it because I don't want to waste your time. So, step one, whenever you are opening up your own place or you want to start your own business, after you finish beauty school, the first thing you need to make sure that you do is file a DBA. Now, disclaimer, I live in Texas, so things may be different in your state, but this is what we do in our state. So in the state of Texas, you would go to your local county courthouse and you will file what you call a DBA, which means doing business as. So you would do that. That would be to kind of protect your name, let the county know what's up. What are you doing? You want to make sure that you are doing things the legal route. At this point, you also may want to look into like LLCs. Just start educating yourself on the business side of things so that way you can know the ins and outs of doing business, because you always want to be legit. Even if you are not opening up a business now, to me, it's important to do these things on the front end. So when you're ready, all of the paperwork side is completed. Step two, you need to create a business plan. Okay. You need to have a vision. You don't want to jump into anything blind. Yes, it sounds fun and games, but let's be real, stuff comes up. Create a business plan. I recommend you using something like Canva. You can use AI. There's so many tools and things available that will help you create a business plan without you having to overwork yourself or really overthink. Okay. Step three, talk about step three, because to me, this is a very big one. It's the financial side. We don't go into business to be broke. So let's get our money together. All right. Keep your money in order. First things first, I recommend something such as QuickBooks. To me, I like QuickBooks because it keeps everything organized. You're able to categorize your spending and only sync it, just me personally, sync it to one account and be very good and very vigilant on your finances and where you're putting that money when you're done, so you can keep track of everything. So I'm gonna talk a little long on this part because to me this is a big deal. So I use QuickBooks to organize my bank account, and I went and got a free business checking account. Now, when you're looking for a free business checking account, it's very important that you read the fine print. When I first was looking for a business checking account, I looked for free. And then when you get down to the bottom, it says very, very small, must have a minimum of $25,000 or fees will incur. And those fees, y'all, are massive when you are a small business and you're trying to grow your brand, because most people do not have $25,000 just sitting in the bank. This is yeah, let's be very real about this. So for me personally, I decided to dig deep and find a better business checking account, and I went on NerdWallet. NerdWallet does a very good job of breaking down all the things. I'll put it right here so you can kind of see how their website is set up. You can literally go on there, do your research, because what works for me may not work for you. So you want to make sure that you are doing what works good for you and your business and your brand. So let's talk about the money side. Let's talk about QuickBooks, earning money, the fees, everything that comes in with this. So the more you earn, the more you're taxed. Let's just be honest. But it's better to do things the right way, because when it comes time to make purchases such as houses, cars, things of that nature, when you are self-employed, it is so hard to do when you don't have your finances or your paperwork in order. Now, me personally, that's just my nature. I'm scary Barry, so I try to do everything by the books. But I also have a 9 to 5. So when it's time to buy houses and cars, I was able to, I didn't really have much to prove the second time around. The first time we went to buy a house, it was a headache because I mean, I was so unorganized. So I had to go through all this trouble of organizing my stuff. I ended up just getting a 9 to 5 also because it was such a headache trying to purchase a home, being self-employed and making really pennies, but you still have to prove you made those pennies. So to me, if you are planning on being serious and this is going to be your long-term income, you need to be by the books. You need to make sure your stuff is organized. Work smarter, not harder. After I got put on to QuickBooks, it made my life so much easier. I logged in to my checking account for my business onto my QuickBooks account. I synced it. Every time a purchase was made, it asked me, how do you want to categorize this? Is it a supply? Is it a payout? Is it X, Y, and Z? Whatever. Then every time money came in, I made sure it came in through that same account and it asked, is this income? Is this? Is this a donation? Whatever. So December 31st, January 1st, that the next year, all I have to do is go in there and run a report. I take that report over to TurboTax or H&R Block, whoever, and then I file my taxes. It makes it so much easier. And now it's even easier because now you can literally sync QuickBooks and TurboTax. I think it's been like a year or two, but I believe when I did it this very last time, I literally logged in and it asked me, did I want to bring over the information? And I did. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, some of these tools cost money. I'll make sure that I link everything in the description box. Do as you please. I'm going to tell you what works for me, but still do your own research because what may work for me may not work for you. And if I'm tech savvy, if you're not tech savvy, some of these things may feel overwhelming at first, but I still recommend that you at least try them because once you get to understanding how they work, it makes your life so much easier and it takes all of the heavy lifting out for you. All right, so step 4, I'm going to create a booking website. Be organized, be organized, be organized. Don't require your clients to be on time if you're not. And I'm going to leave that right there, okay? Um, make sure that your website is organized. Make sure that it's professional. Make sure that it is something that allows your clients to see your schedule without having to contact you all the time. Because what you want is to create a work-life balance. Don't have your phone ringing off the hook because then that leads to burnout. That leads to you being overwhelmed. Trust me, been there, done that. I literally can write a book about it, but try your hardest to be organized. An online booking website is your best bet. You have full control. If somebody gets on your nerves, they're a terrible client, block them. You've done them now, you can block them. They can never book again. I have mine set up to where you have to get your appointment approved. So you go on my website, you look at my availability, you choose or request that date, that time. That is based on my availability. Then I can accept or deny or whatever. But it makes your life so much easier, so much more organized. It syncs to my calendar. I personally use Square. I'll link in the description my site so you can kind of see how I have it set up. It's very simplified. And you can also just kind of see how I do things. Right now, I have everything blocked off so y'all can't book an appointment, but you can at least see the experience. But I recommend 1000% an online booking website to keep everything organized. Next up, social media, baby. I hate social media. Everybody that's close to me knows I don't like y'all in my business. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's, just I like work. I like the separation. I do, but I also am not unwise. And I know that this day and age, you need word of mouth. Now, yes, granted, most of my word of mouth comes from people who know each other, who work with each other, whatever. But there have been opportunities that have come my way that came literally from social media. I literally did a video years ago. You can check it out on my channel. It was a brow video. I mean, y'all, the whatever. The video blew up for me and ended up creating other opportunities that helped me grow my brand in other ways. So utilize social media as a tool to put yourself out there. You just never know, y'all. Sometimes we're just one video away from so many blessings. So just use social media. Right now, I'm more of a TikTok girly, YouTube girly. But whatever I post on TikTok, I transfer and put it on YouTube. So those are my people who are on my TikTok. They see it there. Whoever I may miss, I catch them on YouTube because everybody's not on every platform. So at least I can take that same video that I post on TikTok and just put it over here on YouTube. And now I have both audiences and the information is out there for everybody. So utilize social media to your advantage. Also, before I forget, this is a little extra tidbit. Know your demographic. Please know your demographic. I have done so many markets, events. If y'all go on my old Instagram, it's Mila B.E. Yeah, two E's. Mila BEE_A. You can go see all the events that I've done, different markets, different opportunities that I've done. But I want to say know your demographics because now that I'm older and a little bit wiser, I do not go to a demographic that services high school or college students. And let me tell you why. This is no disrespect, no shade, no tea, nothing of that. But I am in the business of making money. And I know that when I was a high school student and a college student, I didn't have a lot of it. So 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go to a market more to observe rather than to purchase. So when you're doing these markets, try to cater to a 25 and up audience. Don't exclude the youngins. Okay. Don't do that because the youngins are going to grow up and they're going to be your next set of clients. However, in the meantime, cater to the ones who you know are going to bring in that business. And then they're going to help spread the word to the younger who are going to come up and eventually be your clientele as well. And they're also going to spread it to their parents who are the oldest and they may come and be your clientele. But always try to know your demographic. If you know you have a product that is specifically for one demographic, then if you use social media ads, that's your target audience. If you know that you're using a product that's for everybody, then that's your target audience. So keep that in mind. Know your demographics, know your target audience. Know these things before you create a product or advertise a product because the one thing you don't want to do is waste your time. And another thing is family and friends are not your clients. Okay. Like yes, I don't care if people don't agree. I stand on that 10 toes down because family and friends, yes, I have a small amount that yeah they are clients, they have been great, but that's not my target audience. And the reason being is because every family member, every friend is not going to want to pay. So you have to keep in mind you're in the business to make money. Not saying you can't do family and friends hair and makeup and nails, I'm not saying that, but do not think that that is your audience because if you can only cater to family and friends, you're not growing your business or your brand because they are not going to spend the money. You earn more money from some random stranger on TikTok than you probably ever will earn from a second or third cousin. And that's just being honest because second and third cousin is probably going to ask you for a discount. And those light bills and those water bills and that mortgage, you can't call them and ask for a discount. They're going to tell you, bye. So you need to make sure that you are doing things that are helping grow your business. Don't be ugly, but have boundaries. Be firm on my price is my price, but do also have grace. Use your common sense. Okay, let's talk about shopping wholesale. If you are creating a product, if you're selling a product, you need to make sure that you are getting it wholesale. If you're a lash tech and you're selling lash glue, you need it wholesale. You're selling individual cluster lashes, you need to get it wholesale. If you're selling bundles, wholesale. Hair care products, wholesale. Nail care products, wholesale. Everything you do, you need to purchase on the wholesale side. Cut out the middleman because you're cutting into your profit by buying it retail. If you're a hairstylist, please don't go to the beauty supply and buy your hair products. Now, I know every now and again you might need a little edge control, a little this, a little that. That's fine. But your overall products need to come from a wholesaler so that you are getting money. Also, take advantage of having your license. You having your license opens the door for you to be able to shop at all different kind of supply stores, suppliers, and you're getting it directly. Once again, no middleman, you get it at a better price. So your nail files, find a wholesaler. I personally, for my clients, it's not the only product I use, but just one off the top of my head that I know does a really good job is Design Essentials. You go online, you type in your website, you give them proof of that, and guess what? I get everything wholesale, and they still ship it to my house if they don't have a distributor in my area. So keep those things in mind. Work smarter, not harder. Please save your money. Because if you're going to go to the grocery store and buy X, Y, and Z and you're paying a 33% markup, now you're going to have to pass that cost to your client and they may not like that. So at least get it wholesale and save yourself on the back end. And then the last thing before I let y'all go is my pro tip. Please, please, please have a backup plan. Always have a backup plan. And the reason why I say that is from personal experience. I've had babies, I've had surgeries, I've had car accidents, I have had all different types of things that have put me out of being on my feet and able to do hair for certain or extended periods of time. We've had COVID. So keep in mind, you need to have other ways to make money that does not require you to do physical labor. Have another way to bring in money. If you are a lash tech, I recommend you selling some type of lash product. If you're a nail tech, hey, you can do cuticle oil. If you are a hairstylist, you can sell those products at retail, which means that goes back to the wholesale. Purchase them wholesale from your supplier, sell them retail to your clients. Use that and to make you extra money because you just never know when things are going to go a different way. For me personally, I had my hair care line during some of those hard times. That kind of helped me stay afloat, as well as I ended up going back to my 9 to 5. But just have other options. Don't ever put yourself in a box because life changes, things happen, and you want to make sure that you're in a good position. But that is it for me. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to me talk, y'all. If you need anything, comment below. If there's anything you would like to know more of, I am an open book and I love to help people. So if you need anything, just comment below. All these tools and resources are free. Some of the links below you will have to pay for, but I'm just the open book. I'm honest. I will share everything y'all need. So thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and please help me out by thumbsing up this video. And I will see y'all on my next one. Bye.